Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Polly and today I'm dedicating a review to Montale Patchouli leaves. As I mentioned previously in my haul, reviews really didn't give me any understanding how it smells like. And I think part of it is the fact, besides essential oils, okay, I don't think I've ever truly smelled patchouli in a fragrance. Meaning that a lot of fragrances will have patchouli at the base, but it's always mixed with so many notes. What do you really smell? It's more of, when I'm looking at the list, I know what technically patchouli is supposed to smell like, right? Socks, dark chocolate, soil and stuff like that. If I pick on something in that family, I will associate to patchouli. But that's not enough. That's not really smelling patchouli. For me, I did like the scent, the note of patchouli, just because of what it gives to a fragrance: longevity, projection, a little bit more girl versus kind of girl next door fragrance, right? And that's kind of what I like. That's my taste. And then I ordered this. Wow. Guys, this is amazing. If you actually love patchouli at its pure form, you will enjoy this greatly. Or if you're just somebody who's just enjoys a different. If you like different, check this one out, because fragrances repeat themselves. People will have 7 vanillas. A vanilla is a vanilla is a vanilla. Are they all the same? Well, of course not. But you know, vanilla, citruses, rose. This one is exceptional and it's really unique in my opinion. It's one of my favorite in my collection. Performance, it's outstanding. If this gets on your clothes, weeks in the best way possible. Okay, so now after all that, let's get to the fragrance itself. So note-wise, we have patchouli, amber, vanilla, musk, and labdamen. So unlike name does not match fragrance, here it is, it matches it perfectly. This fragrance is all about patchouli, okay? I will give a reference to the note of musk. This is not, there is no Montale musk in this fragrance. If you do not like Montale's musk, which I understand, I'm with you, this is not it. There's no heavy, animalic, sweaty, dirty musk in here at all. The fact that there is even musk, I'm surprised. I can't even pick it up. So let's take the musk out of the equation. Now, what are we working with? The opening and the entire fragrance is about patchouli. Okay, it's not going anywhere. Never. What type of a patchouli now, you ask? This is, it's not socks. This is old ass damp basement with, like, your grandma used to store their potatoes for decades. Very much so. There are roots from trees above and they're kind of in going through the soil, and you can smell that soil, something rotten leaves, like that potato scent with the soil, maybe a dead rat somewhere, but exceptionally like that. If you have ever been to an underground basement, which back in the day was used to store food during winter or in summer, that is how it smells. If you still haven't been there, think of extremely wet ground, sticks and leaves and everything rotten under that, kind of like that moisture from the rain, and just take a good sniff. That's how it smells. This is not an exaggeration. That is precisely how it smells. Basement, potatoes, rotten something, the soil wet, soaking wet with branches and everything. That is how it smells. That's the patchouli here. Okay, that is it, which I love. Now, in terms of the amber, vanilla, and labdamen, they come through. You get a little bit in the background in the beginning, but the relevance is not great. They more come through a little bit throughout the dry down. Now, the amber adds something of a powdery element. The vanilla makes this powder sweet. Think of powder in terms of like if there's a rock and there's like some kind of dust or sand or just that powdery substance, a little bit of rock pieces, and you're gonna kind of go like that. That's the powder. It's sweet. And the labdamen gives it, I would say almost like a churchy incense vibe. I adore. For me, it's kind of resembled a moment that what I love in Blue Amber, that it's kind of, Blue Amber for me, it's going into an Egyptian temple with all the candles and incense, everything is going middle of the night, and there's the dust coming from like the sands of the desert. That's what it is for me. And this to me is very similar. For me, the notes here are not about vanilla from a bakery or I don't know, musk from a deer or anything of that sort. For me, these notes smell how they would smell in an environment, in some kind of a location. So this is for me yet another way to travel. I find this to be extremely soothing. It's wonderful. I really, really, really like it. I never thought that I can describe something as basement with like rotten sticks, a dead rat, and potatoes and say, wow, it's amazing. But here I am. I think it's amazing. I love it. I use it quite often, if not a lot, just like that. So I think it's amazing fragrance. It lasts a very long time. And also during the dry down, it could be just the vanilla meeting the patchouli, or I don't know, it doesn't really matter. But the patchouli kind of develops additional, not instead, just additional character, almost of a dark chocolate. I am presuming it's kind of the vanilla clashing into the patchouli that kind of creates something of that nature, but it's beautiful. I love this one. Yeah, so I think it's absolutely 100% unisex. It's it also reminded me an element of a few fragrances that I kind of, in my head at least, they're characterized, Jesus, as melancholic. Something gray. I'm thinking of gray skies, black clouds. It's cold, it's rainy, you know, one of those days. And that's the association this fragrance gives me. Also, maybe the labdamen and the musk, I don't know. Something of that in that sphere gives me a little bit of reminiscence of Serge Lutens L'Orphan, which for me is also a very like kind of depressing fragrance, but in the best way possible. It's just I love how that one smells. Very unique scent. And besides the patchouli, I'm just speaking of those two notes, they kind of gear me to that mood scent. But honestly, again, if you don't like patchouli, don't even like breathe to this direction. If you love patchouli, you know patchouli, you also might be okay with kind of organic patchouli, essential oil patchouli, right? So you know the potency, you're okay with the potency of patchouli, that it's being presented to you at the front, at the center, at the end, the entire time. It's not this little element at the base giving a little bit of earthiness and something like that. No, it takes over the entire fragrance. That is the fragrance. And the other notes are there to cushion it and soften it and give it some beauty and some, I don't know, it's a stunning fragrance. So this is it for me for today with this guy. I, again, highly recommend if you are looking into this one. There's a lot of beauty into this, not just the basement, but the basement is very much there, okay? Very much there, which I love. Like that bitter earth, damp, rotten potato thing. Just, it's great stuff. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining and watching. You know the drill. Thumbs up, thumbs down. If you ever tried this fragrance on your own, please leave a comment below. Spread the word, spread the love or hate. I hope you don't hate it because it's so good. So good. All right. Thanks again. I'll see you guys next time.